These are not reactions per se. They're somewhere between a reaction and a review. These are my first impressions. Our first new piece of music comes from Korn. This was released approximately a day or two after that Slipknot track that we talked about in the previous episode, and oh boy. So the name of this track is Start the Healing. It comes from their forthcoming record, Requiem, which is set to be released February 4th. And I know we've talked about Korn previously with the last record they released. We talked about that when it released, and I made my thoughts on the current status of this band known then, but we have a lot more listeners now than we did then, so we're going to recover those, retread some ground here. This new Korn song does not sound like legitimately does not even sound remotely like Korn. Doesn't even really sound like the last record, which oftentimes, most times, is not a bad thing. If a band is expanding, if a band is changing and they're evolving as musicians, then you expect sounds to evolve and change as well. You can't always write the same song, Godsmack, but this is not an instance where it is a good thing that the band is changing so incredibly dramatically. This, I haven't seen if he's done the video on it yet. I can't imagine he will, because this is not a great track. But this new Korn track is what Finn McKenty, the punk rock MBA, would refer to as butt rock. This is something that any of those nameless bands from the mid to late aughts, any of the nameless bands now who exist in the active rock category on your radio stations would play. This is something that those bands would write. This is not something that a band with a 30-year history in this industry puts out. This is garbage. This is a strong do not recommend. Actually avoid this song at all costs. You want to listen to Korn, go put on Life is Peachy, go put on Follow the Leader, go put on The Untouchables. That is a better record than this track, and that is presumably a better record than Requiem is shaping up to be. Once again, these are not reactions, they're first impressions. So if you want to see the full episode this was taken from, you can find that on youtube.com/generallynerdy, and don't forget to follow.